Good morning, friends. Welcome back to Adri's Farmhouse Kitchen. Today we are in a garden, a little bit windy, so I hope you can hear me. Oh, the wind is picking up. Today we are doing the first big harvest. 10 days later. So I've just came back from holiday, a little bit late what I've expected. So I've been away for 10 days altogether. We're supposed to go away for a week, but that's another vlog. So I came back. If you've seen the before and after garden tour, what a difference. You know, we've missed out on so much because while we've been away, it's been a heat wave. And I mean heat wave, it's been extreme weather, really, really hot. And obviously, when you go away in the summertime, the crops are just coming along overnight. So I kind of lost about 10 to 20% of our food already in just that 10 days. It is crazy. I'm only meaning that by the duration of the period, you know. So what I could have harvested in that 10 days, I've lost 20%, not the whole our food, if that makes sense. But I've talked about it in the previous video, so if you're interested, you are welcome. So I have got a list actually what I've made. That's Rosie, hungry. So I've got 10 different things on my list that needs to be harvested. So I'm trying to prioritize. It is early, not too early, 8 o'clock. I should have come out a little bit earlier, but it's nice and cool-ish. It's warming up now, blue sky, but I just needed that sleep and now I'm ready to go. First thing first, what it's a must, what it's already I've missed out on a lot, are peas. We had so much peas, but the time we been on holiday, it was the time when, let's go to the Polytunnel. Okay, we're in a tunnel now, so probably you can hear me slightly better. Behind me are the peas. We've got 2 arches on both sides of the tunnel and needs harvesting. We need to pick most of these peas. Loads of them are gone over. What I mean by that, I usually like to pick the peas when it's not filled the pea completely. And I try to show you what I mean by the color as well. You know, sometimes, I'm not sure if you can tell, but this larger one, it's gone a little bit lighter green. That's me. And now in this stage, now it's turning to seed. What that means, that goes dry completely and you can use this for growing peas again. And this one is filled in nicely. So let's say the biggest issue now, the taste. And why we growing our own food? Because it tastes delicious, but it's so important to pick it on the right time. So if we pick this, let's say, a lot earlier, we can lose out on half of the harvest because the peas inside will be small. As you can see, it's really visible that these peas are perfect. This is the stage I like to pick the peas. It's not, you know, overly. Let me show you inside both what I mean. Try to open both and show you. The wind moving the plastic on this polytunnel. Oh, we've just lost one. Let's kind of put it back so I can show you what I mean. Okay. So I hope you can tell. The ones what was greener, look how beautiful and shiny those peas are. I know those peas are delicious. On the other hand, the other one what's got a little bit lighter green, the peas inside already started to split a little bit, you know, change in color, and these peas will taste bitter. Let's give it a go. So let's try the nice one first, because if you try a bitter one first, that won't be enjoying the nice one afterwards. Wow, this is delicious. So we're going to pick the lot, but we're going to separate it in 2 bowls. This is delicious, right? And now let's try the other one. Try one first. Very borderline. It's bitter. I can't eat this, friends. So this is a food for the animals. So This is my first job. The next job, brassica. So many brassicas gone over in the heat, so we have lost loads of brassicas already. But there is borderline and gone over stage, but I'm still gonna harvest because it's still food in the end of the day. So we're gonna do lots of broccoli, cauliflower, cabbages, kohlrabi. Let's see what desperately need to be harvested today, and just we're gonna work through it day by day. I've got courgette and potatoes on my list as well. Ideally, courgette would be good to harvest, and cucumbers and gherkins morning before the heat. Flowers, that's take it to the vase, that's not desperate. Garlic needs to be harvested, but we can harvest the garlic later in the day, so that's not desperate. Peppers, kohlrabi, I've said cabbage, onion. So what we need to do, the three things what we have to do this morning before it gets warmer are the peas. We're gonna harvest the cucurbits, so we have a look if there is a cucumber, gherkin and courgette. I've picked, I don't want to say quarter of a wheelbarrow, but it's a lot, definitely a big bucket full of gherkin and cucumber yesterday, what's gone over. But I'm going to talk about that when we get to that stage, why it's very important to pick that and don't let it to go yellow again. And courgette. So if you're interested, friends, you are welcome. Today we are doing a morning harvest, picking the peas, the brassicas and the cucurbits, and we'll see how it goes. If we've got more time, we're going to harvest some more. But this is going to be the first big harvest of this season, and it is 2nd of July already. I cannot believe it. I'm just looking around because we're going to need lots and lots of baskets. I think I'm going to pick everything, and then we're just going to separate it, friends. And we're going to do lots of taste tests. So the ones what's gone over, we leave it either to dry, so when it goes to seed, ready to harvest as a seed, will turn papery. This one is getting ready, and these three are ready or very close, you know. So we can then sow this piece again for autumn crop or for pea shoots. But I'm just gonna pick everything. And let's see if this can recover and give us more flowers and more peas. Because the important thing what I was going to talk about when we go to the cucumber area, just take this off, is that if we leave the vegetables to dry, like the cucumbers go to yellow and then dry, so you can harvest the seeds from there, same with the peas or beans, then the plants will think, okay, I've done my job, now we're not going to produce more flowers, that's enough now. So that's why it's important constant picking, friends. If you would like more of these vegetables, you need to pick it constantly. By no means you can leave it here if you want to harvest lots of seeds, but beginning of the season it's very important, you know, same with like herbs, like what we've done with the basil or any herbs, and try to go to seed. You need to snip the top and harvest a lot, so that can still keep producing for you. Otherwise that will just go to seed and finishing for the season. But we've missed on this peas for about a week. A week ago these peas were perfect. Now they all gone over. So I mean, yeah, if I try this, it's no good, friends. It's bitter, really bad. And most of our peas like that. So we definitely lost, let's say 50%, if not more, of our pea harvest for this year, purely because it's not been picked. We've been away. And I genuinely thought there was hardly any peas. I picked all the peas 2 weeks ago. And they were full of flowers, no peas. But because of the heat and it's in a tunnel, friends, it's not just grown, but it's gone to seed. So, what I'm thinking of doing, maybe do another sowing and see if we can get some more that way, you know, later in the season. This will take me for a while, so I'll bring you back to show you how much we've harvested all together, friends. Right, I've managed to pick all the peas, so we've got this much peas. I need to go through these two, and separate the good ones from the bad ones. And these are the little sugar snaps, but it's gonna be delicious. We can have this in salad or just, you know, how we want to eat it. Yeah, basically this little basket, it's a jam. This is gonna be really good and delicious. I'm hoping that this side of the tunnel, it's gonna be good. There is still a few on it and what I've missed, but yeah. So let's go and pick the brassica next. I'm just gonna leave this in here for now. It's not hot in here yet. Or maybe we can take this outside. I think I'm gonna take it outside, friends. It's a little bit cooler there. Just leave it on this table. And I'm gonna go and get the knife, and we're gonna harvest the cauliflower, broccoli and sprouting broccoli next. So what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna either snap it or cut it. Let's see if I've got a snipper. I've collected a couple of tools in here I thought I might need, friends. This harvest day today. Oh, this is brilliant. So we're taking this sprouting broccoli, what is very much borderline now, it's gone to seed. But we're gonna take it to the house, go through and see what we can do. It's lots of broccoli dish on the horizon because we are doing the pantry challenge and using up the harvest, friends. So I think I need a knife in there. Oh no, this is very tender, so I think we can snip it. Yeah, it's beautiful. Let's move you closer to the next one. It's getting a bit warm now. It's getting warm, friends, so we need to hurry up. I should have come out a lot earlier, but I was just so tired. I need to recharge my batteries because I know it's gonna be a busy month this month. I need to make a plan to do the challenge, the pantry challenge, friends. I haven't done a plan yet, so we're gonna do lots of cooking if you're interested. It's gonna be lots and lots of cooking, freezer meals, harvesting and preserving the harvest. Okay, I think this bed is done. Let's go to check on the cauliflower. I was so excited about these cauliflowers, friends, but look, they gone over, but we're still gonna harvest this, friends. We're not gonna let this go. I think I'm gonna need something bigger to harvest this. Let's get another snippy. And I'm just gonna take the knife as well, just in case. So I think we're gonna leave the cabbages for today. Because the big thing is with gardening on this scale, you know, it's not just harvesting, but what to do with all that harvest. So it's either a massive cooking project or preserving. Okay, we got it lot. All right. Look at this, friends. So we're gonna put this in here, and we're gonna give the leaves to the animals, so the animals will have a feast this week. Okay, let's do it. Right, this is now kind of gone over, but we're still gonna harvest this, friends. The wind is picking up now, and there is so many cabbage white butterfly. I think I'm gonna give this a little more chance to grow larger. Okay, let's go outside. You won't be able to hear me outside, it's very windy. But let's go, friends, because there is loads to harvest, loads of brassica, broccoli and sprouting broccoli outside, in outside raised beds. So, oh, hello bumblebee. And then we only got one more thing to do before I'm gonna do breakfast. Have a look at the cucurbits. Right, these are cabbages. You know, when I see an egg, as soon as I see an egg on these cabbages, I need to remove it. And because this cabbage has got a long way to go, I need to now cover this. So that's another job. Check every single leaf and then cover these, friends. Otherwise, the caterpillars will have it. Because the little beautiful orange eggs will grow to a massive hungry caterpillars. Here you go. I think we need another basket here, because in this bed there's loads of broccoli to harvest, friends. And then we're gonna come back later to harvest. So where shall we put this? Let's leave it here. I've got onion in here as well. Loads and loads of things. Okay. The piggies come in for a treat. So we take what is desperately needed taken off. And then, oh shoot, the wind just blew my basket off. It's very windy. Okay. It's so tender, these stems. The stem is absolutely, you know, gorgeous and edible. So I'm thinking now in my head what we can do. Let me know in the comment section, please, friends. What shall I do with all these broccoli? What is your favorite way to cook or use up your favorite vegetables? Or, in my case, please help me how to use up all these broccoli. So I'm thinking soup, roast dinner, casserole, curry, roasted cauliflower and broccoli, Okay, these are Brussels sprouts. Yeah. Okay, friends, I think we need to move. Let's see if we've got anything else needs harvesting here. Brassica wise. Oh, there is a beauty there. A Sicilian violet, but that's still good looking, amazing. I can wait for a few more days. All right. I mean, kohlrabi needs harvesting, and these cabbages now split some of it, but that's another day. We're gonna do the kohlrabi and the cabbages another day. And remember, we've already got loads in the fridge. Okay, we've done a tunnel. Other side. I know we've got something here. I've seen it yesterday in a garlic raised bed. These are the potatoes and broad beans, but we can harvest it another day. What I'm absolutely gutted about, all these carrots gone to seed, the first sowing of this year. Okay, we come back for the courgette in a minute. Right, just this one more bed. These ones are now very close to open. But this is the garlic. We need to harvest the garlic as well, friends. But I'm gonna do that in another vlog. Because soon we harvest all these now. I'm gonna go and do breakfast for me and Al. And then I'll come back and carry on with the harvest. So when you harvest, you know, you need a lot of space again in your... I forgot about this garlic scape. You need a lot of freezer space or space in the fridge until you use it up. But I think that's it. Right, so that's it, friends. Right, friends, this week only getting worse. I'll just manage to fix the camera, but I broke the camera while I was picking garlic because it's very windy. So I've just ordered a new camera, but let's just try to finish this vlog. So what I never managed to vlog, but I've harvested some courgette and some cucumber and one garlic so we can cook, and I'm just harvesting now some potatoes and we're gonna finish this vlog. It's not much potato, this Vitanoire in this bed, friends. So hardly any in there. We'll see if how much is going to come back next year, you know. Oh, this one is a good one. Oh, hello, Bumblebee. I'm sorry, mate. Do you wanna... What's that? I didn't really have to do this job, you know, but I just love harvesting potatoes. And this now really needs harvesting. And that was on my mind. That's gonna be the first thing we're gonna harvest after the holiday. These potatoes right here. I'll keep this dill for a bit. But it's not much, usually. This is a lot better harvest for me, friends. So I'm not entirely sure what's going on. But, oh shoot, sorry Bumblebee. Second time I knocked her over. Poor thing. Right. Okay, let's harvest this one. That's the old seed potato. I'll leave that there. It's literally only a couple in there. What's in there? I would give a space for these beans, to be honest. Oh, it doesn't want to go there. Stay there. It's It's very dry. Yeah, that could be the reason, friends. Extremely dry. So I'm just hoping we have more luck in the outside potato beds. And I'm sure I've missed loads. So we're probably gonna have potato in here next year. You know how it goes, friends. It's always the way. Right, let's see what we can harvest on the other side. So many cabbage white butterflies now. Right, let's pull this one up. Just gonna leave all this potato on the floor. I'm gonna have to just collect it and compost it. See, it's tiny because it's extremely dry. Oh, it's a helicopter coming over. Yeah. So I know it's not the potato's fault, to be honest. It's hard to see where they are because it's purple, but I'm sure we're gonna have some next year, or we left behind from these small ones. I leave that small one there anyway. Okay. Okay, I have managed to dug up the two rows of the side of the raised bed, and we only had this much potatoes, what is not much. I would expect to have this much from just one side, but it's better than nothing, and hopefully we have better potato harvest in my other raised beds. Okay, I'm gonna wrap this up in here now. I'll probably gonna do and harvest some of the garlic while it's nice temperature, because another heat wave on the horizon. I would like to do that. I probably harvest an onion for the upcoming cooking vlog. And yeah, we're just gonna go and have tomato sandwich for breakfast, because the tomatoes are now coming in. Well, I hope you enjoyed spending time with me today. Started all the July harvest, so we have all that peas, some courgette, cucumber, cauliflower, broccoli, sprouting broccoli, some potatoes. I've managed to pick some dill, garlic and onion. I'll hope you all have a wonderful day and see you very soon. Bye, friends.